Hey guys, in this video we're going to cover using automation tools and exporting our project in Pro Tools Intro, the free version of Pro Tools from Avid. This will be the final video of our short tutorial series on how to get started with this free recording software, so make sure to check out the other videos first if you haven't, where we went over setting up the program, audio recording and editing, MIDI and virtual instruments, and mixing with the mixer view and plugins. Automation is a tool that allows us to program in changes and functions in our digital audio workstation. That way it will play out those changes consistently every time we play back the track or when we export the track to a file. Automation can be used to do things like change the volume of a track, pan or mute a track, and can get into some more complex functions once we start automating the knobs and controls on various plugins and instruments, like some people would do when producing electronic music and changing something like a filter partway through the song. To start with automation, we need to have all our tracks recorded, and it's a good idea to start with a rough mix of all the audio first. Then we need to switch back from the mixer view that we used in the last video to the editor window that we were using previously through the window menu at the top, and make the window full screen to maximize our space. Now we can add automation lanes to control any of the functions of our tracks. There's a small button to the bottom left of each of the tracks in the edit window that allows us to open an automation lane. This will open a lane underneath, and it will be the track volume as the default. We'll also notice at this point that our automation mode in the track listed above is set to read. In read mode, the automation that is already saved on the track will be played back when the track is played. With automation turned off and the track not in read mode, any automation changes will just be ignored. We'll come back to these automation modes in a few minutes when we discuss writing automation. With the automation lane for volume open, we get a plus button on the left to add additional automation lanes and a drop-down where it says volume that determines what control we are automating. To add the automation manually, we need to switch out our mouse to the draw tool at the top. From here, we can click and drag to draw an automation curve, and it will create a lot of individual points of automation along where we're drawing, and this will automate the volume up or down. To remove this, we can use the selector mouse tool to highlight them all and press the delete key on the keyboard to remove them. We can also use the draw tool to add individual points at different heights, and Pro Tools will automatically gradually change the level between them with the slope of the line determined by how far apart they are in volume and the length of time between the points. To set up a plugin to be automated, we need to open that plugin and press the Plugin Automation Enable button. This is under the word Auto at the top and looks like two overlapping rectangles. Here we can select which controls we want to automate. Now that control will become available in the automation lanes dropdown below our track so we can select it. Last for automation, let's cover how to use automation write modes. These modes will allow us to change the automation on the fly by recording our changes to our knobs, faders, and buttons as we're playing back the track. To enable this, we need to change the automation mode to one of the three write modes. They are touch, latch, and write. Touch mode records new automation while we're touching the control, such as moving a button with the mouse and keeping the mouse button pressed down. Latch is similar to touch mode in that it won't start writing automation until we move the control, but when we release the mouse button, it will stay at the last position that it was left at. Finally, there's write mode, and that overwrites everything from the beginning, regardless of if we touch the control or not, so be a little more careful when using this mode. We can enable automation writing for one track at a time to make things easier and prevent accidentally overwriting the automation on other tracks. Once we're done with automation, the last step in the Pro Tools process is to export our audio file. This should be done once all our recording, audio editing, MIDI composition, mixing, effects, and automation are exactly how we would like them to be in the final product. To export our song, go to the toolbar at the top and select the Selector tool. Now highlight all the tracks on your project for the entire time selection you want to export to tell Pro Tools what to include in the file. Now go to the File menu at the top and click Bounce Mix. This will open a window that will give you all the options to create your final track. You'll select the name and file type of the track at the top, and the mix source, which will be our master audio output. We can set the controls for the bit depth and sample rate with CD quality being 16-bit and 44.1 kHz. Finally, at the bottom, you can select the folder that the track will bounce to, and that will be where the file is saved on the computer. Once we're done, just click the Bounce button to export the track. Thanks for checking out this video and the series on how to use Pro Tools Intro. If this video helped you out, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to get notified whenever a new video is released. You can also check the video description for links to social media accounts to stay up to date on all our new content.